Namaskar, Jai Hind. The second aspect that I'm saying is about learning to lead others. So once you learn to lead yourself, you remember Acharya Chanakya said that Indriya Jaya is the biggest Vijay. Indriya Jaya मतलब अपनी इंद्रियों पर विजय पाना, the self control. Learning to control yourself, learning to grow yourself, that's for self. Then it comes to the second level, you have to learn to lead others. And therefore, the first point goes is learning to lead yourself, understand yourself. And before you start leading others, understand others. Very simple. In the way of understanding others, you have to start understanding not only psychology part of it, you have to understand the human behavior, human capabilities. Which man or a woman would you employ at what place so that you get the best out of them? Willingly, not forcibly. If they're doing out of orders, then your leadership is not succeeding. They're simply doing because he or she is being paid for it. But is she or is he from core of his heart or her heart delivering what you want? If the answer is yes, done. Question is, how do you do it? How do you do it? You have an option that you learn to communicate well, you delegate your tasks well, you start motivating them and so on. But should I tell you one very simple thing? How do children learn? Children, you don't communicate, motivate or delegate tasks to them. They learn simply by observation. So in your organization, in my organization, people who are around me, they observe me. They know me from everything of mine to every aspect of mine which I think I'll hide. As a commander, you can't hide. In military, at least, you cannot hide. In civil, corporate, you are tried to hide, but you can't hide your personality. You can't hide your leadership qualities. And once that observation is understood, that you can't hide yourself, therefore why hide? Show what you have and accept what you don't have. When you put that kind of personality and leadership across, others understand. And that communication by way of non-verbal communication or expressive communication, people understand. And once they understand you, they accept you, they start trusting you, they will automatically get motivated by your actions. Not by your orders or by delegating. They will willingly come to you and say, sir, मेरे को task दे दो, मैं करके दिखाऊंगा. I remember a case, we were in Punch, a militant group got into our net. I got the information. And we had been killing a couple of such groups in the past. So one youngster, he comes to me, sir, this time it's my turn. You've not given me a chance. And you know what? He was less than 1 year service. He had just got commissioned, come to the unit, and he was still learning the traits. And the way he was fighting, sir, मैंने करना है, मुझे जाने दो, मेरे को आप जाने नहीं दे रहे, क्यों रोकते हो? I said, hell, you just come out of the academy. He says, so what? I said, all right, if you prove it, done. And that evening, I realized that the boy has got potential. And I told him, Abhishek, go. He went, killed 4. Within 1 month of his service, he was a Sena medal. That's the kind of possibly the relations you have with others. It happens when you start understanding others and they understand you. And that's the time you can, delegate the most important responsibility to your subordinate, and they'll prove it if the trust is there. Right. Most of the time, command fails, the CEOs fail, senior leaders fail. You know why? Because they start micromanagement. With micromanagement, you cannot. You have to trust somebody. It's only that they may or may not produce. In the corporate world, people work for themselves. And in case in the chain you are involved somewhere and he hasn't worked and your salary is at stake, your reputation is at stake, he's least scared. Just doesn't bother. So the moment the team building and the trust starts, then I understand that I have to give a report. I have to give a report based in my boss will make a report, and that holistically will possibly be the image of our company outside. And then I will not fail. I will not fail. We just have to learn that we can do it. So in your case, if you are a leader, just identify one team member today, and next 1 week or so try and mentor him. Not by calling him, cajoling him and all that, just by being with him, understanding him or her, and then exhibiting observation. Remember, they learn by observation, and something more can happen. We can talk more on this. If you like, share with others, subscribe, and follow me, interact with me for more on leadership. We can talk more. Thank you all for joining. Namaskar. Jai Hind.